Langfield to lead off for the Cowboys. The Cowboys are the designated visiting team in this game. Leakey the home team. First pitch coming up.
There you go.
Leads off with a single.
Come on, Chevo.
Number 3, Eusebio Tapia.
Go, Chevo.
One strike on Eusebio Tapia. And on the mound for the Eagles is number 3, Montoya. First, right off on the single. They hit the left field. Tapia showing the bunt. Tapia
Nice.
line. Beautiful bunt. Tapia reaches first. The runners now in first and second for the Cowboys.
Right there.
And up next is the catcher, number 14, Ethan Reyes. Langfield on second, Tapia on first, Reyes at the plate. Pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, this is game 2 of the Bike District playoff game between the Eagles and the Cowboys. The Hennis leads the series 1-0. They won game 1 11-1 over the Eagles. Montoya with a pitch inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ethan Reyes. First and second. Eusebio Tapia on first. Langfield on second. Montoya delivers a pitch. Swing and miss. For strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Reyes. Pitch outside for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike.
Gotta be you, gotta be you. Let's go, Eagles.
Luke Langfield on second, Eusebio Tapia on first. Langfield reached on a single to left field. Tapia laid down a bunt down third base line. And it's going to be ball 4. And the bases will now be loaded for the Cowboys. Reyes draws a walk. Up next is now the pitcher, number 6, Ryan Henry. And checking into the ballgame. Pinch running, it's number 25, Ryan Lewis, for Ethan Reyes at first.
Go right up. All right, bust it open here.
So bases loaded for the Cowboys. I believe the sound has now been fixed. For some reason, he got loose. So bases loaded, Ryan Henry at the plate. Langfield on third, Tapia on second. Lewis on first. First pitch from Montoya, high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Abel Montoya on the mound for the Eagles. The pitch. Henry hits it, fielded by the third baseman. Play at the plate. And they're going to get the force out at home for out number 1. The bases remain loaded as Henry reaches to first on the fielder's choice. So Tapia now on third. Ryan Lewis on second. Ryan Henry on first. And Will Shavy at the plate now. And now, pinch running at first base is number 21, Cade Henry. For Ryan Henry. So Montoya delivers a pitch. Catches the outside corner for strike one. So no balls and one strike on Will Shavy with the bases loaded. Tapia, Lewis, and Henry on the bases. The pitch, Shavy fouls it back into the net. So no balls and two strikes on Shavy. Once again, the count, no balls, two strikes on Will Shavy with the bases loaded. Tapia, Lewis, and Henry on the base path. Abel Montoya delivers a pitch, and Shavy sends a shot to the gap. So Tapia's going to come in and score. Will making his way towards second. Lewis comes in to score, and Cade Henry comes in to score. And Shavy went shopping in the gap and bought 3 runs for the Cowboys. As Shavy stands on second. And the Cowboys now lead 3-0. As the third baseman, number 8, Dalen Gonzalez, comes to the plate for the Cowboys. The pitch high for ball one. So 1 ball, no strikes on Dalen Gonzalez. Shavy standing on second. The pitch in the dirt for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes. And Gonzalez hits it, pops it up in the infield. Shortstop calling everybody off, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. Up next is the second baseman, number 2, J.J. Garcia. So Will Shavy standing on second for the Cowboys. J.J. Garcia at the plate. Abel Montoya on the mound for the Eagles. The pitch gets by the catcher. And Shavy's going to advance to third and slide, and they're going to get him out. So that's the third out of the inning. So we head to the bottom of the first. Cowboys bring in 3 runs, leading 3-0. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to by-district baseball action. Live here in the Hill Country at D-Bat Sports Complex. On the mound for your Cowboys is number 6, Ryan Henry. Behind the plate, Ethan Reyes. At third base, Dalen Gonzalez. At shortstop, Rain Redden. At second base, J.J. Garcia. Playing first base, number 20, A.J. Bridges. And in the outfield from left to right, Eusebio Tapia, Luke Langfield, and Marcus Hernandez. Leading off for the Eagles is number 14, Goddard. So once again, the Cowboys won game 1 11-1 over the Eagles and lead the series 1-0. This is game 2, the best of 3. If necessary, tomorrow, Saturday at 1 p.m. in D'Hanis. First pitch from Henry, low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Goddard. The pitch from Henry, swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. The pitch from Henry, fouled back. So the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Goddard. Ryan Henry on the mound for the Cowboys. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. The pitch, breaking ball, foul down third baseline. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes on Goddard, the batter for the Leakey Eagles. Leadoff batter. Henry with the pitch, breaking ball, just misses. So the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes on Goddard. Henry with a pitch. Goddard sends a shot to left field. And, off the top of the fence. So Goddard with a double. Just like he started the first game. He leads the second game off with a double. Up next is the pitcher, number 3, Montoya. So Abel Montoya at the plate for the Eagles. Ryan Henry on the mound. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. Goddard on second. Henry with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Play at third. And they're going to say that Goddard gets under the tag and he's going to be safe at third. So no balls and 1 strike on Abel Montoya. A pitcher for game number 2 for the Eagles. Squares around, shows bunt. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter with Goddard on third for the Eagles. Henry with the pitch high for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Montoya. Henry with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball gets by Reyes. It's going to be a play at the plate, but Goddard's going to come in and score. And the runner's going to be safe at first on strike 3. The ball goes underneath the legs of Reyes. So the Eagles get on the board. And it wipes away the strikeout as Montoya reaches first on the pass ball. And up next is number 11, McWhorter. Henry with the pitch. Catches the corner for strike 1. So Montoya on first with the lead. Henry with the pitch, breaking ball, hit. Fielded by Redding at short, bobbles it, and loses it. And McWhorter's going to reach on the error, so runners on first and second for the Eagles. And up next is number 13, the catcher Rimkus, with runners on first and second. Montoya on second, reached on the strikeout, on the pass ball. Henry checks the runner at second. Nobody there. Ball goes into the outfield. Good backup by Langfield. And McWhorter reached on first base on the error at short. So once again, the catcher, number 13, Rimkus, at the plate for the Eagles. Ryan Henry on the mound for the Cowboys. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. The pitch in the dirt. Good block by Reyes. So 1 ball, no strikes on Rimkus. Runners on first and second. The pitch in the dirt. Good block by Reyes once again. 2 balls, no strikes on the batter.
Come on, 6. Let's go. Put him in there now. You got this. Turn 2, boys.
The pitch from Henry in the dirt for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on Rimkus. Montoya and McWhorter on the base pass for the Eagles. Henry with a pitch. And it's going to be ball 4. And the bases are now loaded for the Eagles. And up next is the third baseman, number 7, Kaden Martinez. The pitch from Henry. Martinez fouls it down third base. So no balls and 1 strike on the batter. Martinez with the bases loaded. Montoya, Rimkus, and McWhorter on the base pass. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on Martinez with no outs here in the bottom of the first. Eagles threatening. Henry with a pitch, just a bit high. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter.
Let's go, Rhino.
The pitch fouled out of play. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on Kaden Martinez. The bases loaded for the Eagles. The pitch from Henry, swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 1. Up next is number 19, the first baseman, Ethan Fortner. Once again, bases loaded for the Eagles. 1 out. The pitch from Henry in there for strike 1.
Put him in there, Rhino.
No balls, 1 strike on Fortner. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Fortner. Once again with the bases loaded with a 1 out. A pitch from Henry inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Ethan Fortner. The pitch just misses low for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch misses outside for ball 3. So full count on Fortner. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Cowboys leading 3-1. Eagles threatening with bases loaded. The pitch hit by Fortner, and it's going to go foul down third baseline. So count remains full, 3 balls, 2 strikes on Fortner. Henry with the pitch popped up into the infield. They're going to say infield fly, and the catch is going to be made by Dalen Gonzalez at third for out number 2. So the bases remain loaded for the Eagles with 2 outs. And up next is the center fielder number 1, Ray Rodriguez. Rodriguez squares around, attempts a bunt, misses. So strike 1 on Rodriguez. Henry with the pitch inside and low for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch from Henry. Inside, swing and a miss for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Rodriguez. The base is loaded. Henry with the pitch, breaking ball. Strike 3 to get out of the inning. And the Eagles leave 3 stranded but bring 1 across. As we head to the top of the second, Cowboys lead 3-1. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
Well, hello there. I bet you didn't know I am a big fan of the D'Hanis Cowboys and Cowgirls. So go get them and let's win. Remember, we are D'Hanis.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start the top of the second bi-district baseball action live here from D-Bat in Kerrville, Texas. This is game 2 of the best of 3 series. Cowboys lead this series 1-0 as they defeated Leakey 11-1 in game number 1. And leading off the inning for the Cowboys will be the second baseman, number 2, J.J. Garcia.
Go, JJ, you do. What do you say now?
Abel Montoya remains on the mound for the Eagles. The pitch, breaking ball, just a bit high for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes on Garcia. Once again, Abel Montoya on the mound for the Leakey Eagles. The pitch, low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on J.J. Garcia, second baseman for the Cowboys. The pitch, high for ball 3. So Garcia ahead of the count, 3 balls, no strikes.
Go ahead, Bubba.
The pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Garcia. Montoya delivers a pitch, and Garcia hits it. Ball stays fair. Catcher falls on the ground, but the umpire at first base is going to call it foul. They're going to say that it went off of Garcia's leg. So the count will now be full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, full count on J.J. Garcia. The pitch, Garcia fouls it out of play. So the count once again remains full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. As Garcia continues the battle. Here in the top of the second, Cowboys leading 3-1 over the Eagles. Cowboys won game 1, 11-1. Lead the series 1-0. Montoya with the pitch. Garcia hits it, swings, pops it up. Catcher looking to make the play, and the ball's going to fall on the ground. Little miscommunication there between the third baseman and the catcher. So Garcia hanging in there, staying alive. The full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Come on, JJ, make good contact. Let's go. Got this.
The pitch. Garcia with a nice hard hit to the shortstop. Bobbles it. Fires it over to first. And not in time as Garcia beats out the throw. So an infield single for J.J. Garcia. And up next is the shortstop, number 4, Rain Redden. Once again, we'd like to welcome everybody watching here on D'Hanis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube today. Once again, Rain Redden at the plate. J.J. Garcia on first. Garcia with the good size lead on first. Montoya will check them. And the ball's going to go into the legs of Fortner. And Garcia's going to advance to second. And now the umpire is going to check the mound as it appears to be moving. It's a portable mound. So Garcia now on second. Rain Redden at the plate for the Cowboys. Montoya with the pitch. And Redden's going to get hit by the pitch. So the Cowboys now have runners on first and second. And up next is the first baseman, number 20, A.J. Bridges. So J.J. Garcia on second, Rain Redden on first. A.J. Bridges at the plate. Bridges squares around, pulls back, outside for ball one. Bridges once around, squares around, lays down the bunt down third base line. Fielded by Montoya. Fires it over to first. And they're going to get Bridges out at first. But a good job by A.J. Bridges as he moves over Garcia to third and Redden to second. So one out. And we're back to the top of the lineup for the Cowboys with the center fielder, number 28, Luke Langfield. The pitch, breaking ball high for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes on Langfield. Garcia on third, Redden on second. Montoya with the pitch. Langfield sends a shot to right field. And the ball's going to get dropped. So Garcia's going to come in and score. And they're going to hold up Redden at third. So Langfield will reach on the drop ball. And up next is the left fielder, number 3, Eusebio Tapia. Tapia, his first bat attempt, he laid down a nice bunt down third baseline. Runners on the corners for the Cowboys. Tapia squares around once again, pulls back, ball gets by the catcher. Redden coming in, and he's going to slide in safely as Langfield advances to second as well. And the Cowboys add another run, leading 5-1. So Rain Redden comes in and scores on the pass ball. Luke Langfield advances to second. Eusebio Tapia at the plate with 1 ball and no strikes on him. With 1 out. Abel Montoya on the mound for the Eagles. The pitch low for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Eusebio Tapia. The pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Eusebio Tapia with 1 out here in the top of the second. Luke Langfield on second for the Cowboys. The pitch to Tapia inside and low for ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike on Eusebio Tapia, getting the start out in left field here in game number 2. And Montoya checks the runner at second, and Langfield gets under the tag safely. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Tapia, with Luke Langfield on second for the Cowboys. Ethan Reyes on deck. So once again, 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 out on Eusebio Tapia. The pitch high for ball 4. So Tapia will draw the walk, and runners now on first and second with Ethan Reyes coming to the plate. So Luke Langfield on second, Eusebio Tapia on first, and Ethan Reyes now at the plate for the Cowboys. Abel Montoya on the mound for the Eagles. And behind the plate for Leakey is number 13, Rimkus. The pitch, low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Reyes. Langfield on second, Eusebio Tapia on first. The pitch outside, and the play at third. I can say Langfield gets there in time under the tag. So Tapia and Langfield both advance to second and third. And the count is 2 balls and no strikes on Reyes, with 1 out here in the top of the second. The pitch, low in the dirt for ball 3. Three balls and no strikes on the catcher, Ethan Reyes. Once again, Luke Langfield at third, Eusebio Tapia on second. Montoya with the pitch, and it hits Reyes on the back, on his back. So the bases are now loaded for the Cowboys as Reyes gets hit by the pitch. So Langfield on third, Tapia on second, Reyes on first. And up next to bat for the Cowboys is the pitcher number 6, Ryan Henry. And Ryan Lewis checks into the ballgame to pinch run for Ethan Reyes at first. And we're going to have a mound visit with the Eagles. Once again, the Cowboys, this is by-district action. This is game number 2. Cowboys won game number 1, 11-1 over the Eagles, and lead the series 1-0. Cowboys currently leading 5-1 here in the top of the second. If necessary, game 3 is set for tomorrow, 1 p.m. in D'Hanis. Tomorrow night, we'll have D'Hanis Cowgirls softball beginning at 6 p.m., followed by game number 2 at 8 p.m. or sooner. And if necessary, game 3 set for Monday, 5 p.m. All games at Marion. So once again, bases loaded for the Cowboys here in the top of the second. Langfield on third, Tapia on second, and Ryan Lewis now at first, with Ryan Henry coming to the plate for the Cowboys. A big hit by Henry would help himself out on the mound. Montoya with the pitch inside and low for ball 1. The pitch, Henry swings, pops it up, and it's going to be off the net, so foul ball. So 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. Cowboys leading 5-1 here in the top of the second. Cowboys brought in 3 runs in the first, 2 so far here in the top of the second. Threatening with bases loaded. Ryan Henry at the plate. The pitch from Montoya. Inside and foul down third base line. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hendry. The pitch high for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the pitcher, Ryan Henry. Bases loaded with 1 out. The pitch, breaking ball, and Henry pops it off the top of the net. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ryan Henry. Montoya on the mound, Goddard behind the plate. Ryan Henry. The pitch outside for ball 3. So full count on Ryan Henry. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Montoya outside for ball 4. So Langfield will come in and score on the walk. And up next is designated player number 11, Will Shavy, to the plate with the bases loaded. So Tapia is now in third. Ryan Lewis on second. And checking into the ballgame, Cade Henry at first for Ryan Henry. And Will Shavy, the designated player, at the plate with the bases loaded. Cowboys up 6-1. The pitch goes off the mitt of the catcher. And Tapia slides in at home. He's safe. And the Cowboys add another run as Ryan Lewis advances to third, Cade Henry to second. And 1 ball and no strikes on Will Shavy. And we're going to have another mound visit from the Leakey head coach. Once again, the Cowboys scored 3 runs in the top of the first. And so far here in the top of the second, they have scored 4 runs with runners on second and third. Once again, Cowboys won game 1 over the Eagles 11-1. This is game number 2 as they currently lead 7-1. And if necessary, game 3 set for tomorrow, 1 p.m. in D'Hanis. So we're going to have a pitching change. And number 11, Hunter McWhorter, will now be on the mound for the Eagles with Goddard behind the plate. All right. He is ready. Once again, Mick Warder on the mound for the Eagles. And Will Shavy at the plate for the Cowboys with 1 ball and no strikes with 1 out, with Ryan Lewis on third and Cade Henry on second. First pitch coming up, swing and a miss, strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. McWhorter, the new pitcher on the mound for the Eagles. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Shavy. The pitch. Shavy sends a shot to center field, and Rodriguez is there for the catch. And Ryan Lewis will tag up and come in and score. So sacrifice fly for Will Shavy. And Cade Henry remains on second. Up next is the third baseman, number 8, Dalen Gonzalez. The pitch to Gonzalez, high and off the back of the net, as Henry is going to advance to third. And they're going to say that he just beat the tag. And he is safe at third. So 1 ball and no strikes on Gonzalez. The pitch, Gonzalez swings and misses, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dalen Gonzalez. Outside for ball 2. The pitch, Gonzalez swings and misses. Deuces across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the top of the second, Cowboys leading 8-1 here, with Cade Henry standing on third for the Cowboys. The pitch, Gonzalez swings and hits it. And the second baseman gets under it and drops the ball. So Henry comes in and scores for the Cowboys. And Gonzalez reaches on the drop ball. And up next is the second baseman, number 2, J.J. Garcia. A pitch in the dirt for ball 1. One ball, no strikes on Garcia. The pitch outside for ball 2. Hunter McWhorter on the mound for the Leakey Eagles. Dalen Gonzalez on first for the Cowboys. J.J. Garcia at the plate. The pitch just a bit high for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes on Garcia. Gonzalez on first. The pitch right down the middle for strike 1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on J.J. Garcia.
Gotta be perfect.
The pitch outside for ball 4. So runners now in first and second for the Cowboys. And up next is the shortstop, number 4, Rain Redden. So Gonzalez advances to second. Garcia is now in first, and Rain Redden at the plate for the Cowboys. Redden, his last at bat, walked. So one runner's on first and second. The pitch from McWhorter, and Redden sends a shot to left field, and it's going to drop in front of the fence. So Gonzalez will come in and score, and Garcia will come in to score, and a stand-up RBI double for Rain Redden, and the Cowboys now lead 11-1. And up next is the first baseman, number 20, A.J. Bridges. First pitch is outside as Redden makes his way towards third. And he's going to slide in safely. So 1 ball and no strikes on A.J. Bridges. With Rain Redden standing on third for the Cowboys. The pitch in the dirt gets by the catcher. So 2 balls and no strikes on A.J. Bridges. The pitch, Bridges fouls it back. So the count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Once again with Rain Redden standing on third for the Cowboys. Redden brought in 2 runs and a RBI double. The towering shot to left field landed in front of the fence. The pitch to Bridges catches the outside corner for strike 2, so deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the second. The pitch, Bridges fouls it back once again. So the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes as Bridges stays alive here in the top of the second with 2 outs. The pitch high for ball 3. So full count on A.J. Bridges, 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Rain Redden standing on third for the Cowboys. The pitch, Bridges swings and misses. And that is his 3rd out of the inning. As we head to the bottom of the second, Cowboys leave 1 stranded but bring 8 across and now lead 11-1 over Leakey. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Live here from the Texas Hill Country at D-Bat Sports Complex. This is game 2 of the best of 3 series between the Leakey Eagles and the D'Hanis Cowboys. D'Hanis leads the series 1-0 as they won game number 1, 11-1. And here in game number 2, heading to the bottom of the second, Cowboys lead 11-1. And up next, leading off the inning for the Leakey Eagles is number 16, Alvarado. So once again, Ryan Henry on the mound for the Cowboys, Ethan Reyes behind the plate, Dalen Gonzalez at third, Rain Redden at shortstop, JJ Garcia at second, AJ Bridges at first. Henry with the first pitch high for ball 1. And in the outfield from left to right, you have Eusebio Tapia, Luke Langfield, and Marcus Hernandez. Second pitch in the dirt for ball 2. So 2 balls and no strikes on Alvarado. Henry with the pitch. Low and outside for ball 3. Three balls and no strikes on Alvarado. The pitch inside for ball 4. So Alvarado will make his way towards first base. And up next is number 17, Guerrero. So Alvarado on first for the Eagles. Guerrero at the plate. Henry with the pitch in the dirt for ball 1.
Let's go, Rhino. It's got to be there, baby.
1 ball, no strikes on the batter. The runner on first. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Guerrero. With Alvarado once again on first for the Eagles. Ryan Henry on the mound. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. The pitch inside for ball 2.
Go, Rhino. Get a payday out of it.
2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch, breaking ball, inside for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Guerrero. Henry with another breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 1. We're back to the top of the lineup. The catcher, number 14, Goddard. With Alvarado on first. A pitch. Goddard fouls it off towards the first base dugout. So no balls and 1 strike on Goddard. The pitch, low and inside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. The runner on first, Alvarado for Leakey. Goddard at the plate. The pitch from Henry, breaking ball. Goddard sends a shot to left field. And it's going to land in front of the fence. Tapia's going to field it. Fired it in to Redden. Redden's going to fire it home. And cut off by Henry as Goddard has a stand-up triple and brings in a run for the Eagles. And up next is the pitcher. Excuse me, now he's at shortstop, number 3, Abel Montoya. Swing and a miss for strike 1. The pitch from Henry right down the middle for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes on Montoya, with Goddard standing on third for the Eagles. The pitch from Henry, breaking ball, hit. Fielded by Bridges at first. Sends it to Henry, who hustles over to first to make the out. But the Eagles bring in another run. And up next is the pitcher, number 11, Hunter McWhorter. First pitch, hit up the middle, fielded by Redden at short. Fires it over to first to Bridges for out number 3. As the Cowboys get out of the inning. So we head to the top of the third. Eagles bring in 2 runs. Cowboys now lead 11-3. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome back. I'm certainly glad you could join me today because today is a very, very special day to me, and I'm glad that you're here to share it with me. So let's get started. Tell you what, I want to get you to try being creative on canvas, just to take your time and sit down and have nothing in mind when you start. Just have a good feeling and be happy and in love with life and your world, and sit down and begin playing. Okay, now I'm going to wash the old brush. And as you know, we wash our brushes with odorless thinner. Shake off the excess. Just beat the devil out of it. I hope you've enjoyed this one. It's a super little painting. It'll teach you a great deal. And I want to thank you once again for sharing today with me, because this was a very special day. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting and God bless.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, live from Kerrville, Texas at DBAT Sports Complex. This is game number 2 by district playoff action between the Leakey Eagles and your D'Hanis Cowboys. Cowboys lead the series 1-0 as they won game number 1 11-1 and currently lead here in game number 2 11-3 as we get ready to start the top of the third. Leading off the inning at the top of the lineup will be the center fielder, number 28, Luke Langfield. Hunter McWhorter remains on the mound for the Leakey Eagles. First pitch coming up as Langfield fouls it back. So no balls and 1 strike on Luke Langfield. On deck, we have Eusebio Tapia, who got the start in left field today for game number 2. The pitch, and Langfield sends a shot to the shortstop, bobbled by Montoya, fires it over to first, but Langfield's there in time, and he's going to be safe. So once again, up next to bat is the left fielder, Eusebio Tapia. So Langfield with the lead on first. The pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Eusebio Tapia. Luke Langfield on first for the Cowboys. And they're going to check the runner. Langfield gets under the tag, so he's safe at first. Count remains 1 ball, no strikes on Tapia. And once again, they're going to check the runner at first. And Langfield is safe. One ball, no strikes on Tapia. The pitch. Langfield makes his way towards second. And he's going to be safe. So 2 balls and no strikes on Eusebio Tapia. Luke Langfield advances to second. No pitch. Tapia swings and misses. Strike 1. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Tapia. Luke Langfield on second. The pitch just misses, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike on Tapia. The pitch high for ball 4. So Tapia's going to draw a walk, and runners are now first and second for the Cowboys. And brings up the catcher, number 14, Ethan Reyes, to the plate. With no outs here in the top of the 3rd.
Let's go, Eagles!
Langfield making his way towards third, and he's going to get there safely. A good catch by the third baseman. So Langfield advances to third, Tapia to second. And 1 ball and no strikes on Ethan Reyes. A pitch, Reyes swings, pops it up, out of play. So 1 ball and 1 strike on Reyes. Pitch, and once again fouled back into the net. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the catcher, Ethan Reyes. Luke Langfield on third. Eusebio Tapia standing on second. And Ethan Reyes at the plate. The pitch, Reyes fouls it out of play. So the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes on the catcher, Ethan Reyes. Hunter McWhorter on the mound for the Eagles. So there's a pitch. Reyes sends a shot to left field. And it's going to drop in front of the fence, so Langfield will come in and score. And Eusebio Tapia will also come in and score. RBI double for Ethan Reyes. And the Cowboys now lead 13-3. And checking into courtesy run for Reyes is number 25, Ryan Lewis. And up next is the pitcher, number 6, Ryan Henry. Ryan Lewis on second for the Cowboys. Ryan Henry at the plate with no outs here in the top of the third. Ball gets by the catcher as Lewis is going to try to make his way towards third, but they're going to gun him out at third. So 1 out as Goddard catches the ball off the net and fires it to third and throws out Ryan Lewis for out number 1. So 1 ball and no strikes on Ryan Henry. The pitch, Henry swings and misses, strike 1. Henry sends a nice high shot to left field. And the center fielder with a great effort goes over his head. So Henry making his way towards third. And he'll slide in safely as the ball goes by the third baseman, but good backup by the pitcher. So a triple for Ryan Henry. And courtesy running is his younger brother, Cade Henry. Up next is the designated player, number 11, Will Shavi. With 1 out here in the top of the third. And Shavi sends a nice high shot to left field. And the catch is going to be made by Rodriguez at center field. And Cade Henry's going to come in and score on the sacrifice fly. So with 2 outs, Cowboys extend their lead 14-3. And up next is the third baseman, number 8, Dalen Gonzalez. Swing and miss for strike 1. Gonzalez fouls it back into the net, so no balls and 2 strikes on Gonzalez. Swing and miss for strike 3 as we head to the bottom of the third. Cowboys bring in 3 more runs and now lead 14-3. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Live from D-Bat Sports Complex. Game 2 of the best of 3 series. Cowboys won game 1, 11-1. Lead game 2 here in the bottom of the third, 14-3. Checking into the ball game in left field for Eusebio Tapia is number 15, Kobe Fortner. Ryan Henry remains on the mound for the Cowboys. Ethan Reyes behind the plate. Dalen Gonzalez at third base. Rain Redden at shortstop. JJ Garcia on second. AJ Bridges on first. And once again, Kobe Fortner, Luke Langfield, and Marcus Hernandez in the outfield. And leading off for the Eagles is number 13, the catcher, Rimkus. First pitch fouled back. So no balls and 1 strike on Rimkus. The pitch from Henry. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Rimkus. Henry with the pitch, breaking ball, strike 3 for out number 1. And up next is the third baseman, number 7, Caden Martinez. First pitch is outside, just misses. 1 ball, no strikes on Martinez. Second pitch is low for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes on Martinez. The pitch from Henry, breaking ball. Inside, just misses. So 3 balls and no strikes.
Gotta be there.
Pitch right down the middle for called strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike on Martinez with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. The pitch from Henry swung on and fouled back. So the count's now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Martinez. Henry with the pitch, and Martinez fouls it. Out of play. So the count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. With 1 out here in the bottom of the third, Cowboys leading 14-3 here in game number 2. Cowboys lead the series 1-0 with the win in game number 1, 11-1. If necessary, game 3 scheduled for Saturday, 1 p.m. in D'Hanis, if necessary. Ryan Henry on the mound for the Cowboys. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch inside for ball 4. So Martinez will draw the walk. And up next is number 19, Ethan Fortner. First pitch by Henry is low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Fortner. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Martinez on first for the Eagles. The pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Fortner. Martinez on first for the Eagles. A pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. And the throw out for the double play. So we head to the top of the 4th. Cowboys leading 14-3. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Live from D-Bat Sports Complex here in the Hill Country, Kerrville, Texas. And other playoff action. Game 1, Canepa defeated Medina 13-6. Cowboys defeated Leakey in game number 1, 11-1. And currently lead here in game number 2, 14-3. Leading off the inning for the Cowboys will be the second baseman, number 2, J.J. Garcia. As the head coach from Leakey making some last-minute entries to the umpire. Once again, we'll be back live tomorrow night, live from Marion High School for D'Hanis Cowgirls softball beginning at 6 p.m., followed by game number 2. And we're ready for play. So once again, J.J. Garcia leading off for the Cowboys as we get ready to start the top of the 4th. First pitch, breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Garcia. Hunter McWhorter on the mound for the Leakey Eagles. And Garcia is going to get hit by the pitch and make its way towards first base. And up next is the shortstop, number 4, Rain Redden. So JJ Garcia on first now for the Cowboys. Rain Redden at the plate. Rain Redden, his last at bat, sent a towering shot to left field. First pitch is outside for ball one. One ball, no strikes on Redden. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. One ball, one strike on Rain Redden, shortstop. And Garcia is going to get checked at first, and he's going to get back safely. The pitch to Redden. Redden sends another shot to left field. And it's going to go off the fence. And Garcia was going to get sent in by Coach Kraft. And Redden's going to slide in safely at third. So Rain Redden with back-to-back plate appearances with a double and a triple brings up the first baseman, number 20, A.J. Bridges. Not sure what the holdup is. But A.J. Bridges now at the plate for the Cowboys. Rain Redden standing on third. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike one. No balls in one strike on A.J. Bridges. Rain Redden on third for the Cowboys. The pitch, Bridges fouls it back off the top of the net. So no balls and two strikes. No balls, two strikes on A.J. Bridges. Rain Redden standing on third. No outs here in the top of the fourth. A pitch outside for ball one. One ball, two strikes. And the pitch, swing and miss for strike three. And out number one. And back to the top of the lineup with the center fielder, number 28, Luke Langfield. Pitch catches the outside corner for strike one. No balls in one strike on Luke Langfield. Langfield sends a shot to left field. It's going to drop in front of the left fielder as Rain Redden comes in to score. RBI single for Luke Langfield, who now stands at first. And up next is number 15, the left fielder, Kobe Fortner. First pitch, Fortner swings and finds an open spot in between first and second. And the right fielder bobbles it as Langfield makes his way towards third. So runners on the corners with Langfield on third, Fortner on first. And up next is the catcher, number 14, Ethan Reyes. And Reyes sends a nice hard shot down left field line, and it just goes foul past the foul pole. So no balls and a long strike for Ethan Reyes with Luke Langfield on third, Kobe Fortner on first, and Ethan Reyes at the plate for the Cowboys. The pitch outside for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Reyes. Ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Ethan Reyes. Once again, Luke Langfield on third, Kobe Fortner on first. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. The pitch outside, catches outside corner for strike 2. Bit of a delay call there, so 2 balls, 2 strikes on Reyes. The pitch, Reyes swings and pops it up, foul, out of play. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ethan Reyes with runners on the corners. Langfield on third, Fortner on first. The 2-2 pitch. Reyes sends a nice hard shot down left field line, foul. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ethan Reyes. The pitch to Reyes high for ball 3. So the count's now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Reyes. Once again, runners on the corners with 1 out. The pitch. Reyes swings and chops it foul down third base line. The pitch, Reyes swings and hits it to center field. Rodriguez makes the catch, and Langfield will come in and tag up and score. So sacrifice fly. And Kobe Fortner remains on first for the Cowboys. And up next is the pitcher, number 6, Ryan Henry. So 2 outs. And they're going to check Fortner at first as he gets under the tag safely. The pitch. Fouled back, so no balls and 1 strike on Henry. No balls, 1 strike on Ryan Henry. Pitcher here for game number 2. Kobe Fortner with a good lead on first. Gonna check him, and he's gonna get there back in time. A pitch inside. He's going to hit Henry. So Henry's going to make his way towards first. So runners now on first and second for the Cowboys. as Ryan Henry gets hit by the pitch. And we're going to have going to drop the designated player. And the right fielder, Marcus Hernandez, will now bat for himself. Cade Henry will check in to courtesy run for Ryan Henry at first base. And we're going to have another mound visit by the Leakey head coach. The Cowboys lead 17-3 here in the top of the fourth with 2 outs with runners on first and second. And it looks like we're going to have some changes for the Eagles. Once again, this is game number 2 of the best of 3 series. D'Hanis won game number 1, 11-1 over Leakey. And other playoff action, Canepa defeated Medina 13-6. And the winner of this game will face the district champion of District 32, which were the Bruni Badgers. And we'll be back live tomorrow night covering the D'Hanis Cowgirls softball action live from Marion High School, as they'll play Game 1 and Game 2 of a best-of-3 series versus Moulton. Game 1 set for 6 p.m., followed by Game number 2. And back on the mound for the Leakey Eagles is the pitcher, Goddard. And behind the plate now is number 11, McWhorter. So once again, this is the by-district playoff action. Leakey Eagles representing District 29 1A. D'Hanis Cowboys are representing District 31A. Cowboys are under head coach, athletic director Todd Kraft, assistant coach Troy Langfield. Managers are Ina Bove, Daniel Martinez, and Sage Knowlton. Principal superintendent Brian Thompson. Leakey Eagles under head coach John Sorbel, assistant coach Michael Hunter, and manager Sydney Hunter. Once again, the winner will advance to the regional quarterfinals to face district champion out of District 32, Bruni Badgers. And once again, Canepa defeated Medina 13-6 in other playoff action. I'd like to thank everybody for watching here live on D'Hanis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube. As we get ready to get back to play with the runners on first and second for the Cowboys. At the plate, number 1, Marcus Hernandez. First pitch coming up high for ball 1, pops out of the glove as Fortner advances to third and Henry to second. So 1 ball, no strikes on Marcus Hernandez. The pitch, breaking ball, inside for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Hernandez with 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Goddard on the mound for the Eagles. There's a pitch. Hernandez fouls it out of play. So the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Straighten it out, Jordy.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Marcus Hernandez. Fortner on third, Henry on second. The pitch outside for ball 2. So deuces across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3. And the Cowboys leave 2 stranded. But bring in 3 more runs across. And now leads 17-3 over the Leakey Eagles. You're watching the Hennis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
Do you know what time it is? I said, do you know what time it is? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some Dehannis Cowboys baseball. The playoffs start now. Yeah!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to start the bottom of the 4th. Entering the ballgame now at third base is number 19, Gage Hudspeth. And at first base, number 33, Jaden Puente. Trying to see who the new center fielder is. So leading off for the Eagles is the center fielder, number 1, Ray Rodriguez. Henry's first pitch is low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes on Rodriguez. The pitch from Henry, swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the center fielder, Rodriguez. The pitch outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch from Henry, breaking ball outside, counts now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Rodriguez. And the pitch is inside for ball 4. So Rodriguez draws a walk. And up next is number 16, Alvarado. The pitch from Henry. Low for ball 1.
Go, Rhino. Take a deep breath. Let's go. You got this. It's okay.
Pitch catches the inside corner for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Alvarado with Rodriguez on first for Leakey. And Henry checks the runner. pitch from Henry. Hit down, foul down third base line by Alvarado. So the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Alvarado. Rodriguez on first for Leakey. Jaden Puente, the new first baseman for the Cowboys. The pitch outside for ball 2. And the umpire's going to say it caught the corner for strike 3 and out number 1. And up next is number 20, Yeski. A pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. So no balls, 1 strike on Yeski. Henry with the pitch. Just misses, so 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. Rodriguez on first for the Eagles. A pitch for Henry in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. And he catches the inside corner for strike 2, so 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Yeski. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 2. And up next is the pitcher, Pierce Goddard. The pitch from Henry outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Goddard. Rodriguez on first for Leakey. The pitch, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Pierce Goddard. Rodriguez on first for the Eagles. The pitch, right down the middle for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Goddard. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch by Henry, breaking ball, just a bit high for ball 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And fouled back off the net, so the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs with the runner on first. Bottom of the 4th, Cowboys leading 17-3. Game number 2 of the best of 3 series. Cowboys lead the series 1-0. 1 game 1, 11-1. The pitch from Henry outside. The count's now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Goddard. The pitch and fouled back off the net. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes on Pierce Goddard. Once again, Rodriguez on first for the Eagles with 2 outs. The pitch, breaking ball. Goddard pops it up. And miscommunication there. And we had a collision. We have injuries on the field as 3 players collided. As of right now, once again, we still have injuries on the field. Both players collided, and they're taking every precaution that they can at this time. And a good sign that both players are standing on their feet. So once again, it's a good sign that both players are now both back on their feet after a hard collision as they're going for a pop fly on the first base side. So now as everybody tries to get situated. And we'll have a new catcher coming into the ballgame for the Cowboys, Harper Santos. And in center field is Aaron Chapman and a new first baseman, number 24, Tanner Stubing, checking into the ballgame. And once again, we're here in the bottom of the fourth. This is game number 2 of the best of 3 series. The Hennis won game number 1, 11-1. Currently lead here in game number 2, 17-3 in the bottom of the fourth. With 2 outs, it was a full count. It was a pop fly and a pretty hard collision where both players were on the ground for a few minutes. EMS was called. You can hear them making their way, but both players got up under their own power. We're glad that they were able to get up. And once again, we're going to have a new catcher, number 40, Harper Santos, and a new first baseman, Tanner Stubing. And in center field, Aaron Chapman. At third base, Gage Hudspeth. So the team gets on the field and warms up a bit so we can resume play and finish this ball game out. So as we wait for the call from the umpire to get things started here so we could resume play, once again, new catcher Harper Santos, new first baseman Tanner Stubing. As both players were able to get up on their own. And back to play we go with Goddard at the plate for the Eagles with the full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. New catcher Harper Santos, Tanner Stubing on first. Ryan Henry on the mound, steps off. Gage Hudspeth at third. Aaron Chapman in center field. Ryan Henry on the mound. The pitch hit. And fielded by Garcia at second. Fires it over to first to Stubing for the third out of the inning. As we head to the top of the fifth, your Cowboys lead 17-3. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
Hi, welcome back. I'm certainly glad you could join me today because today is a very, very special day to me, and I'm glad that you're here to share it with me. So let's get started. Tell you what, I want to get you to try being creative on canvas, just to take your time and sit down and have nothing in mind when you start. Just have a good feeling and be happy and in love with life and your world and sit down and begin playing. Okay, now I'm going to wash the old brush. And as you know, we wash our brushes with odorless thinner, shake off the excess, just beat the devil out of it. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's a super little painting. It'll teach you a great deal. And I want to thank you once again for sharing today with me, because this was a very special day. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting and God bless.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DBAT here in Kerrville, Texas. Game 2, the best of 3 series. Cowboys leading 17-3 here in the top of the fifth. Cowboys won game number 1, 11-1 over Leakey. Leading off the inning for the Cowboys will be the third baseman, number 19, Gage Hudspeth. And remaining on the mound for the Eagles, Pierce Goddard. First pitch coming up with Hudspeth at the plate for the Cowboys. First pitch low and outside for ball 1. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Gage Hudspeth, the third baseman. Goddard, ball low, so 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Gage Hudspeth. The pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on the third baseman, Gage Hudspeth. Got her with the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball gets by the catcher. And he'll fire it over to first for out number 1. Up next to bat is number 21, Kate Henry.
Take it for a ride, baby. Take it for a ride.
First pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Henry.
Bless you.
And pitcher steps off the mound, resets. Kate Henry at the plate for the Cowboys. The pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1.
You ready? You ready?
1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th. Cowboys leading 17-3. The pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Henry. And swing and a miss. Ball gets by the catcher. Henry hustling towards first base. And he's going to reach safely as he gets tripped up. So Kate Henry advances to first. And up next is the shortstop number 4, Rain Redden. The pitch swung on and fouled back. So no balls and 1 strike on Redden. With Kate Henry on first for the Cowboys. Henry with a good lead on first. Goddard on the mound for the Eagles. There's a pitch. Breaking ball, but just a bit high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on Redden. The pitch, breaking ball, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Redden. And Redden fouls it back, so the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out here at the top of the 5th. Kate Henry on first for the Cowboys. The pitch outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Redden. As Henry makes his way towards second. The pitch, Redden sends a shot to center field. And Henry will get held up at third base. So a single for Rain Redden as he continues to have the hot bat here in the ballgame. Up next is the first baseman, number 24, Tanner Stubing. A pitch, and Stubing fouls it off the net. So no balls and 1 strike on Tanner Stubing.
Quick bat, baby, quick bat. Let's go now. Got this.
The pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Cade Henry on third. Rain Redden on first. And Tanner Stubing at the plate for the Cowboys. The pitch outside for ball 2.
Good eye, buddy.
The pitch. They're going to say cut the outside corner. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on Stubing. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3 and out number 2. Up next is the center fielder, Aaron Chapman. A pitch outside for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes on Aaron Chapman. Cade Henry on third. Rain Redden on first. A pitch off the top of the glove of the catcher. And Redden will advance to second as Henry holds up at third. So the count is now 2 balls and no strikes on Chapman.
Hey, Bobo, Sophia. Love you.
And Chapman swings and fouls it back off the net. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And an update on the injuries. Both players are okay as they have been released by EMS. So 2 balls and 1 strike on Aaron Chapman with runners on second and third. The pitch. Chapman swings and fouls it back and out of play. So deuces across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. On the batter, Aaron Chapman.
Bobo.
The pitch. And they're going to say he went strike 3. And they're going to fire it over to first for the out. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 5th with the Cowboys leading 17-3. You're watching D'Hanis Cowboy Baseball. We'll be right back.
It was his last strike, and
You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls! You're watching live coverage on the D'Hanis Athletics page, home of the Cowboys and Cowgirls. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the most up-to-date and late-breaking information. And go Cowboys and Cowgirls!
Now on the mound for the Cowboys is number 11, Will Shavy. Behind the plate, number 40, Harper Santos. At third base, Gage Hudspeth. At second base, Cade Henry. At first base, Tanner Stubing. And in the outfield, from left to right, Kobe Fortner, Aaron Chapman, and Ryan Lewis. And leading off the inning for the Eagles is number 3, Montoya. Number 3, Abel Montoya. Once again, Will Shavy on the mound now for the Cowboys. First pitch coming up, breaking ball high for ball 1. Montoya fouls it back, so 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. And inside for ball 2, so 2 balls and 1 strike on Montoya. Will Shavy on the mound, Harper Santos behind the plate. Swing and miss, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Abel Montoya. Breaking ball. Called strike 3 and out number 1. A strikeout for Will Shavy. And up next is Hunter McWhorter for the Eagles. And fouled back off the net. So no balls and 1 strike on the batter. Swing to miss, first strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes on the batter. Shavy with the pitch, gets by Santos. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Shavy with the pitch. Good block by Santos. So the count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes on the batter. The pitch outside for ball 3. So the count's now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on the batter. With 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch is hit and foul down right field line. Count remains full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. And the pitch is in the dirt for ball 4. So McWhorter advances to first base. Pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the batter. And Cowb fakes the throw to first. Swing and a miss for strike 1. And the runner advances to second safely. And they're going to adjust the pitcher's mound once again. So the count is 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out here. The runner on second. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Cowb with the pitch inside for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes on the batter with 1 out. Runner on second. The pitch gets by Santos. And the runner's going to advance to third. So full count now on the batter. Three balls, 2 strikes. And just a bit high, so runners now on the corners for the Eagles. Up next to bat for the Eagles is Caleb. The pitch from Cowb swung on and fouled. Out of play. So no balls and 1 strike. The pitch fouled back off the net. So the count is now no balls and 2 strikes with runners on the corners on first and third with 1 out. And hit, fielded by Xavi. Fires it over to first for out number 2 as the Eagles bring in a run across. So 2 outs. And up next is John Alvarado, the runner on second. The pitch from Xavi outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on Alvarado. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter. Will Xavi on the mound for the Cowboys. Harper Santos behind the plate. The pitch right down the middle for strike 2 as the runner advances to third. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The pitch from Xavi in the dirt for ball 2. So deuces across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Xavi with the pitch in the dirt. Ball 3. The pitch from Xavi right down the middle for strike 3. And that will be the ball game as the Cowboys will win 17-4 over the Leakey Eagles. Cowboys win the series 2-0. And they are by-district champions, and they will advance to the regional quarterfinal to face Bruni. Once that information is all found out, we'll post it, let everybody know. I'd like to thank everybody for watching here live on D'Hanis Athletics on Facebook and also on YouTube. So till next time, good night and God bless.